Hey lovely Sagittarians, welcome to your reading for June 2019. My name is Melanie. Apologies for the lateness of this reading. It's already the 8th of June, so maybe just keep that in mind that this reading applies from now till the end of June for Sagittarian Sun, Moon and Rising signs. This is a general reading, so of course it may or may not resonate. I just encourage you to take what you like and leave the rest, and that's totally cool. So let's just dive right in. I do a 5-card spread for monthly readings. So the first card that came through for you guys in relation to past energy that may be relevant this month, you have the Fool. The second card there representing current issues, current energies this month, you have the 10 of Coins, otherwise known as the 10 of Pentacles. The third card representing possible obstacles this month, you have the 4 of Wands. The fourth card being about possible helpful tools this month, you have the Ace of Coins. And the outcome card for this month is the Hierophant card. And that final card there laying down from a different deck of cards, which I use more like oracle cards, that is called River, and that represents movement. And I'll be reading about that card from a booklet towards the end of the reading. So let's just get into it and see if we can make sense of this. So the first card you have there representing past energies, something that may be applicable from the past that's showing up this month. So you have the Fool card, beautiful card, the first card of the Major Arcana, the first card being the number 0. The Fool is often a new journey, so he is traveling light, he doesn't need much because he is trusting the universe. He's going out there into the world with this childlike awe and wonder. He's courageous, he's spontaneous. There's a sense of being carefree, of being joyous, of just kind of trusting everything and everyone and going out onto a new journey. The world is your oyster kind of thing. So it looks like there was something in your past, whether that's distant or more recent past, that you started on. You started a new journey into something, out there into something that gave you lots of excitement, that you kind of have had a lot of optimism about and a lot of trust about. You know, that there was a sense of innocence about it, naivety perhaps on what you were starting out on. You were really seeking something new and really wanting to follow your heart and have faith in the universe, in where you were going. So beautiful energy, beautiful journey that it looks like you were on, or you might be still on. Coming into this month, June, you have the 10 of Coins, or the 10 of Pentacles card. You have a couple of Pentacles cards here. This is a card of sort of inheritances, of generations, of things passed on through one's family traditions, family wisdom, family money. It can be about family life, it's long, well-established home and family life, that passing on of things through the generations, inheritances. Could be about material success. It's a 10, so it's sort of the end of something, the accumulation of something. So maybe you have maybe you've come to the end of that journey that you started on with the Fool card, and now you're in a really good place of success, of prosperity, of being able to, I don't know, maybe pass something on to generations that are going to go exist after you. Something that you've been working on, you have set up long-term stability and security for those around you, or that you've been able to, maybe you've received an inheritance yourself, maybe you've been able to access something that was set up and started a long time ago, possibly in your family, that you're now being able to enjoy now. Something that's kind of been a long time coming is showing up this month in a very good, positive way, that's going to give you a real sense of prosperity, of sort of wealth, of gain, of feeling successful, of prosperity, you know, perhaps even retiring, you know, could be on the cards here, or retiring something in your life because you have worked hard and accumulated or ticked off some goals that you had card can be about just having faith in yourself, that, you know, if there has been difficult times, that things will pan out, and that the end of the cycle is now, and so a new cycle will begin. Similar cards of faith there, actually, the Fool, having faith in the universe, that I'm just going to be taken care of on my journey. This card too, there's sort of like the end of something here with the 10, as I've mentioned, and that means ensuring and trusting that something new is coming in. Speaking of faith, the Hierophant card there, often to do with faith, with religion, with church, with structures. I'll be talking about that, institutions, I should say, a bit later on in the reading. Also the Ace of Pentacles, which can be seen as like a gift from the universe in some way coming into your life. So sort of real notions of faith and trust here in the universe, in your life, perhaps in yourself, that you have really been able to garner, you know, that you have had a really good outcome because you trusted your intuition, your connection to the universe, and it's led you to some really good places, certainly in a practical sense, with finances or with possessions or with houses or, you know, with businesses and stuff like that, or a creative enterprise that is now really really done very well, and now you're like, wow, you know, I've really set myself up very, very well here, so well that I can set up my children and my grandchildren, or be on, like I said, on the receiving end of that. You've come into some money because someone in your family worked very hard and set up some foundations that have paid off over time. The third card there, in the position of what may be an obstacle this month, you have the Four of Wands card. Typically this card is associated with celebration after hard work, progress being made on a goal. Sometimes it's associated with marriage, of home and community, of stability, progress, like I said, sort of being made. It's a card of harmony, beauty, an event happening in a work sense or relationships that has been a cause for celebration, or some sort of addition and growth coming into your life, perhaps in that area of family. Good times ahead. There's some reason to celebrate after coming through a rite of passage or completion of hard work. That's what it means. But this is in the position of what may be an obstacle this month. So note that this is a 4. The number 4s in the tarot, and I think generally, are associated with stability, with consistency, with a firm foundation, a firm structure, which is interesting if we talk about structures to do with the Hierophant as well. But you know, like the 4 legs of a table or a chair, depending on what chair you're sitting on, or, you know, 2 and 2 kind of thing, coming together to form a stable kind of base, a solid ground. There is a warning though that of stability versus stagnation, and of not getting too stuck in a place of stagnation, getting just too kind of comfortable, or getting bored with the nature of things that are now very stable and secure and very consistent, and kind of going, meh, I'm not going to move. This is a great place to be in. Why would I bother challenging myself? Why would I bother thinking about new things? Why would I bother doing much? Because things are so good now, I'm just going to stay here. And of course, when we stagnate, I think our world gets a little smaller. It's like being stuck in concrete, and then we find we can't move at all. So perhaps that's a warning against stagnation for this month. The 4th card along there in the position of what may be helpful this month, you have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins. So this is a ace, this new beginnings, typically something new coming in, an offer from the universe, something practical and tangible coming in or being offered to you. This can be a new financial, more finances, new financial offering, or work offering, something that is very grounding, that is a sense of being able to, with whatever that is brand new coming in a sense of riches or wealth, or some sort of unexpected gift there. that is going to create opportunities for you to grow something new, to manifest something new. But it's a very strong kind of energy as well. So, you know, the hand of God coming in there to give you something new, like, whoa, that could be pretty powerful energy. It's so if you do get a new offer, or there's something new financially that comes in, or new in a practical sense, business offer, work offer, something new in the relationship that is a physical change in some sort, housing, you know, things like that, to take it. I think that the universe is on your side looking out for you, and is only kind of a hand away kind of thing. So to take up that offer if something new comes in, and to continue to have that faith in the universe that you are well and truly being taken care of, certainly in a security sense, in a practical, solid way. The outcome for the month is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is if we see there, he's like a priest or a pope, and he's got a couple of I don't know what they are, what their actual name is. Maybe they're monks looking up to him. This is a card of tradition, of conformity, of convention, of traditions, of well-established structures and institutions like churches, religions, universities, schools, that require you to identify with that group. So, you know, if it's a particular religion or belief system, you really identify with the ideas and values of that group, and that group is very set and structured in its belief and its processes, and there is no deviation of that. It's quite rigid, but also kind of very safe. It's to do with morals and morality, and also a card, I guess, of faith, and having faith in whatever that kind of structure or institution it is that you are aligning yourself to. So maybe this card is also associated with marriage. You know, a lot of people still choose to get married in a church, and to have a religious person do the ceremonial aspect of that marriage. So it's a card of, like I said, because it's, you know, of well-established traditions, and this is the way we do things. It's a card of institutionalized traditions and authority figures of conforming, and not having your own free thinking. So, you know, like say if you go to study something new at a university or something like that, you are taught certain things, taught what to think, taught how to do things, and this is just the way we do it. The same with a lot of religious practices as well. So looks like there's something kind of again, I think it's sort of, I don't know, faith-based. This whole reading really, to me, in a way, is, you know, I'm actually just thinking with that Four of Wands card there, and that caution to be too stagnant. I kind of see that a little bit in the Hierophant card there as the outcome, because that is about conformity in those structures and systems that exist very solidly, and we can sort of rely on them, and they support us, and we no longer question things anymore, because we don't need to, because that whatever we're getting from that tradition, or that ritual that occurs in that institution, is very satisfying, is very grounding, makes us feel connected to God, or a belief system, or a philosophy, or a group of people. We all kind of think the same things. So maybe you're going to find or really connect back to your tribe in some way that has well-established traditions, and you know, and I'm thinking of the Ten of Pentacles card there in terms of well-established things passed on through the generations. You know, I think the Hierophant card, if we're thinking religions or you know, educational institutions. These are learnings and teachings that are passed on through generations as well, typically without much change. It's just like, this is the way we teach it, this is what it is. You either fit in or you're outcast, kind of thing, and we don't want you questioning too much stuff, and that sometimes that is perfectly fine, and there's a real sense of safety and security and community in that. This card too is a reminder of the power of not just faith but of prayer as well, of, I would say, of meditation, or of however you choose to connect to the divine, that you'll be still trusting the universe to take care of you in some way. I'm now going to read from the booklet that came with that other card, the Dreamtime Reading Cards. Dreamtime is the Aboriginal Australian spiritual belief system. Really love these cards, the meaning, the words. I love the images on the cards, the typical Aboriginal Australian dot paintings. So I'm just going to read about river, which means movement. My hometown of Belgium, that's the author talking, is cut in half by a largish river that flows from the mountains out to the headland of Urunga. Sorry, I can't pronounce that properly. It is a place to swim during summer, to observe the mullet spawning in late winter and early spring. It also can be destructive, a destructive surging mass of dirty brown water and debris during times of flooding, which are very common in that little valley. The river represents movement. The water has a source and a destination, but it doesn't always flow straight on its journey between the two. It meanders and twists around the environment it encounters and chooses the easiest path, maybe like the fool, out on his journey from one place to the next, meanders and twists on the past, and just takes the path of least resistance. The river is associated with emotions, which often flow and change direction depending on the obstacles encountered along the way. Sometimes your emotions may seem to almost dry up and you find yourself stagnant and stuck. Hello, that Four of Wands card there. Often it would take an outpouring of emotions to fix this. Like the floods that clear out the debris, your tears can help you let go of emotions and toxins. Water is fluid, a giver of life. Some Aboriginal language groups used rivers for birthing, and because of this they are also associated with supporting new life and new growth. There's something new there with that Ace of Pentacles card. In some places the river's water is shallow, in others the current is strong, and it's hard to fight against the pressure to be propelled forward. There are also places of stillness and deep dark depths where you can rest and allow yourself to heal. Very contemplative thing. The message of the river card is to let yourself move through emotions, cry if you need to, and don't be afraid to change direction or choose a path of least resistance. You know, and I think with the Hierophant card there, aligning oneself with a group or a set of beliefs that are well established, we don't want to resist that sometimes. We want to settle into that. It feels so good and we feel so connected to that. Why fight against it? You know it's right for you, kind of thing. I think with this card too, there's a sense of contemplation and stillness. If this is like, say, like going to church or going to a place of worship or going outside in nature, if that is your God, kind of thing, and being very still and being very connected and feeling really in tune with that, and being able to let the feelings that come up associated with that deep connection flow through you and flow out of you. So on that note, Sagittarius, I'm going to wrap up the reading. Thank you so much for giving it your time and attention. I'm very, very grateful. And I aim to get the next, the July readings out before July. See you later.